geopolitical architecture of West Asia reached a point of absolute, hyper-volatile contradiction at 3 p.m. today, June 2, 2026, following a sequence of dramatic diplomatic claims and simultaneous kinetic escalations on the ground. U.S. President Donald Trump sent global media into a frenzy by announcing via his social media platform, Truth Social, that a breakthrough memorandum had been brokered after intense, high-level phone diplomacy. Trump stated that he had conducted a highly productive call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and received formal confirmation that Hezbollah, acting through senior intermediaries including Lebanese President Joseph Aoun and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, has agreed to a mutual cessation of major strategic attacks. According to the early terms disclosed by the Lebanese embassy in Washington, the arrangement is engineered as a phased de-escalation. Israeli warplanes would completely halt their devastating deep penetration airstrikes on Beirut's southern suburbs, while Hezbollah would simultaneously refrain from launching long-range rocket barrages and kamikaze drone swarms into northern Israeli municipal centers. However, the reality on the ground has starkly defied the White House's optimistic narrative, throwing international energy desks and maritime logistics hubs into deep confusion. Almost immediately following Trump's public proclamations, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu issued a stern, uncompromising televised address from Jerusalem, explicitly declaring that the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, will continue their deep ground offensives in southern Lebanon completely unabated. Netanyahu completely bypassed any mention of a finalized, comprehensive ceasefire, emphasizing instead that Israeli troops are actively pushing toward the Zerani River, marking their deepest physical incursion into Lebanese territory in over 25 years. Proving the severity of this ongoing campaign, the IDF issued urgent, mandatory evacuation orders for the entire population of Nabatea, one of southern Lebanon's largest regional hubs, instructing tens of thousands of civilians to flee their homes immediately as heavy artillery batteries and localized airstrikes pounded the surrounding mountain ridges. The underlying structural tension of this diplomatic standoff is further complicated by a massive, aggressive shadow war involving Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, as back-channel diplomatic dialogues continue at a rapid pace between Washington and Tehran. Hardline elements within the IRGC have moved to enforce their own regional red lines. The IRGC Navy officially confirmed that it targeted a large commercial cargo vessel, the MSC Sariska, with an advanced anti-ship cruise missile in the Arabian Sea, labeling it a direct, calculated retaliatory operation following an alleged covert U.S. attack on an Iranian asset in the Sea of Oman. This dramatic maritime escalation highlights a profound internal division between civilian diplomats attempting to unlock frozen sovereign financial assets and paramilitary commanders determined to maintain a posture of absolute resistance, warning that any systematic violation of sovereignty in Lebanon or Gaza will be met with immediate, asymmetric warfare across the primary energy choke points of the Strait of Hormuz.